Hello people, this is Ryder here with the review of the Yokai Watch Jam Y School Heroes DX YSP Watch. So yeah, succeeding Shadow Side is Yokai Watch Jam, which obviously, just like Shadow Side, deviates from the main traditional series, as this one's more Henshin Hero base, as opposed to being serialized and more story driven as opposed from Shadow Side. And obviously, coming after the Elda is the YSP Watch. I forgot to look at the names. So, obviously, in traditional fashion, we do have a plastic showcase of the YSP Watch. Again, I do like how Yokai Watch packages are consistent. Here we have Kengo Berrymeyer. And it does say it only includes the one medal. And here we have each of the heroes and I guess their corresponding ghosts, which is interesting. I know everyone I can confidently say their hero names, because this is Shishio, Clock Lady, Little Commander, and again, warnings, all the other characters, battery requirements, DX YSP Watch. Again, here they are at the top. This is a very long box, and telling us the types of metals and the entire summarization of what this thing does. So, let's get it out of the box. So here we are with the set. We have the YSP watch itself and the Y medal, which I don't know why we were going to look at that first. Anyways, so here we have the YSP watch, to which I really like how back to form it is, in a way. Like, it definitely takes nods off of the original watch, just from being a white base with this nice pearlescent sheen over the strap. I really like how they've been keeping that consistent. It's like a nice shade of blue. But other than that, it's basically the same. The base obviously is newer and such. Here we have the cover. Basically, you know, it's everything again is mostly stickers. But, you know, we got the base black. We have the, you know, yokai language still integrated. And I really like how the wisps are now red. And then, we have the traditional button up here, but this actually doesn't function. On-off switch, our SD card slots, speaker holes, or speaker grills down here, battery cover for the singular AAA battery. And other than that, just turn this and such. And obviously for later reasons, you can remove the cover for the YSP watch to be revealed the base of it. To which, if we look at the individual stickers, to which, again, if you want to put the plate back on, or the widget, I think it's called, bezel, there's a peg, 3 pegs, and there's 3 holes. Just line them like so, and then you got it. So basically, this mode here is the, I think, standard mode. They have specific names, I think. But this is basically for summoning. When you turn it down like here, this is search. And then the one with the actual watch is the transformation. And again, I really like how the bezel was done. as you can see up here, when you transform it, it actually forms a Y. And just, again, it's really creative how they handled it and such. But yeah, that's basically it with the watch itself. There you can see, again, they continue these watches being bulky. And as you can see from here, interestingly, there's not really that much pins. There's only the one pin. And that's because this watch basically carries over, kind of evolves from what the Dream Watch is and such, but again, we will get to that later. So here we have a look at a Y medal, the return of medals after their absence in Shadow Side and such, to which this medal in particular here is a transformation medal. As you can see, it's 4-star, and again, in traditional yokai watch sense, we do have the name of the yokai. I think it's technically called, I don't know. We have Kengo Benimaru and such, to which obviously is the yokai heroes. The yokai hero Jinpen transforms into, which obviously is Jibanyan based. Interestingly here, these actually do have a numbering, so this one's, I think, technically Yokai Hero 01, or just Y01 and such, and then here's the serial number. As you can see from here, the molding on the medals are pretty, like, it's basic, it's back to form, basically. We just got a lot of these divots and the Y up there. And obviously, this is because of this being a transformation medal, it's two-toned, so it's half black and half translucent red, which is pretty neat. Here we have the back, to which, as you can see here, the YFC chip, or what do they call it? They call these ones Neo YC chips. So it's no longer YFC, it's just Neo YC. As you can see, the track here is pretty interesting and such. And then we will do a comparison with a traditional yokai medal. Obviously, this is the this is the note version. It was just the one I was able to just pull. Interestingly, well, obviously, besides, again, the track, like, I even like how they managed to replicate or still carry over this element and such. It's really neat. Obviously, there's no QR code, but it's fine. The biggest thing, however, is the size difference. The Y medals are actually smaller, like, just by a bit. Thickness wise, they're the same, but they actually downsize the medals, which is really interesting of them to do. So obviously, meaning that you can't interchange these and such. So activating the YSP watch, simply switch the activation switch. The on and off switch, to which it announces itself, and that last part is important and such, but we won't get into it now. But anyways, what you can do with this on its own, you can simply just turn it and just get turning sounds. Framing this is weird because, again, the LEDs are down here, but, like, it's really difficult to obviously try to emit it like this because you can barely see it. So we're gonna have to position it like this way so then you can actually see the LEDs. And then technically the only thing that actually you can do is search. It's cool it's still here, but searching sadly doesn't do much. Again, because you no longer can use the button. This button no longer is the search button. It's just simply by turning. So, to use the Y metal to transform into Kengo Berimar, we're going to simply just slot it down like so. Again, like a traditional yokai watch, we're going to have to line up the track with the rails like so, and then push it in. So there we have the startup of the transformation. It announces the metal, and now it's on standby mode because it's waiting for us to complete the transformation. To which again, we just simply need to twist it to the right. To which I guess we were too late. So to which we'll get to this, to eject the metal. Sorry, you actually have to press this button like so. To which it shoots out for some reason. I don't know why they decided to do that. It's really weird. But I guess it's because technically here we have no way of actually removing the metal ourselves. So again, do that again. Again, to complete the transformation, we want to turn it to our right. So there we have the transformation of Kengo Benimaru. Benimaru. To which I really like that it's a 7 LED. The 7 LED here is really beautiful because I think they carried that over from the Elda. Because I think previously they've just been red LEDs. And obviously this is like a finger divot, which I feel like it's kind of too big, honestly, because again, we can't pull the watch out. But that's kind of all we can do. Because if we actually were to transform it at this phase, we have an insta transformation technically, or it just immediately goes straight into the transformation. However, if we do it on the search mode, to which I will show in traditional fashion, if you were to put a Y metal upside down, it actually just reads it the same. It's basically just an extra step now. Because getting an error is actually a bit harder now, because obviously this carries over what they started doing with the Y, or not the Y watch, the Dream Watch, where it completely reads off of NFC chips and such. Which is why for this watch they completely omitted a pin system, because everything is read through NFC, which is why technically, obviously what just needs to be done technically is that I can hold this over on top, but just this button for some reason that I can't reach, so I'll just put it there. Obviously, as you can see, like, it knows when the metal is not in there, because obviously it's reading off of the, again, what they want to call Neo YC chip and such. To which I don't mind. I think, again, it's very innovative and such. That's why I always commend Yokai Watch for just really doing creative things with NFC and such. But again, that's kind of it. If you want the error, basically, getting the error is just by this not detecting a NFC connection. To which, you know, again, it's not the Soljanio, but oh well. But yeah, overall, my thoughts on this base set of the YSP watch, it's bare minimum. It really doesn't do anything. Cause it's like, cool, I get to transform. But that's all you're stuck with. Which is why they did the Henshin Hero set, I think it's called. Which they try to actually make it worthwhile. They have the command medal and 4 summon medals, to which we have those right here. So you might be wondering, well, like, Ryder, like, we get that you don't like sets, but, like, why are we not seeing this still? The deluxe medal's missing, so I don't know what happened to it. Zrykin doesn't know what happened to it, and obviously we have to rush through the reviews. So basically, if we ever get back to YSP, we'll go back to cover this set properly. But yeah, it's pretty bare minimum, especially with this one being back to version 1, to which it was a hassle to actually revert it back into because of a different product. We do have another, like, we have another set, to which the thing is that obviously with how I got the box for this one is just because that's how this one was done. Like, the box, this came in the original box, to which pretty helpful. But with the second one I got is pretty bizarre. Because while it is, this one is, oh yeah, that's the sound of when you don't have bad. So this one was version 1. I was initially going to use this watch to showcase version 1. However, this can't transform properly for some reason. If we were just to do this, as you can tell, it can't transform. So I was at a loss because I was hoping that I could have used a separate watch to showcase version 1 things. However, if you look at this, yeah, we get why the seller sold this one. This one is missing its screws. If you look at here, this one is scrapped. The screws here are missing. And then if you were to look under here, the screw here is also missing, and it's just this cover is a lot more looser. Like, it's not supposed to be able to come off as easily, as opposed to the one Zrykin has. So, yeah, this one's not necessarily a junk item, because it still fairly works well. It's still fine. You just can't transform. And it explains as to why the battery keeps resetting. Is because this thing is not secured, because it's not fully screwed. But despite that, obviously, did we go over the memory card slot? I don't remember. So there's the memory card slot for the inedible updates, to which I don't know. I will show them when we have to, but it's like, I don't know how we're going to portray that. I think I will include the later update stuff here. And obviously I will include it in the demo too, because again, I tried to film the demo with this watch, and it was a mess. So yeah, I had to re-record this. Also, it's just because of the fact I discovered that the deluxe medal was missing, so I kind of didn't want to record anymore. But yeah, I'm just gonna admit, this is gonna be an incomplete review. You're gonna have to wait, for my full thoughts on this thing, because I can't cover this as a base set. You can't. I don't know why you would want to get the base set, honestly. Just get the Henshin Hero set. Or I think it's, yeah, Hero Henshin? I'm just gonna call the Hero Henshin set. Or the Henshin Hero? Whatever. Just get this set. Don't get the base set. But it's like, again, I can't fully talk about it because we haven't covered this set, but we can't cover the set because a medal's missing.